What is up guys, it's your boy Soul. I'm here, back with another Dragonflight gold farming video. So in my search for finding new gold farms and doing some skinning based gold farms, I have found another good gold farm. This one isn't true, I'm not going to take credit for this one. Someone actually just invited me to this one when I was farming the drakes in the video that I uploaded yesterday, and they told me, yo dude, come check out this farm, and I was like, hey yo, sure, I'm down to try out something new, and this one is actually pretty good. Personally I do prefer the drakes, but this one, in terms of like straight up gold per hour, this one will be better if you don't have bait crafting. Also, you can go here without skinning and make some gold as well, because one of the items we're farming for actually don't come from skinning, it just comes from looting the mob. It is also a nice change of scenery. We're farming in the snowy lands of the Asia span this time, without any lag, because they actually fixed the lag in the zone, which is great. We can actually farm in the Asia span again without having the loot lag that takes like 10 hours to loot anything in the zone. But yeah, it's super great, super awesome, a really fun farm, and it's once again a hyper spawn slash force spawn farm, where you definitely want to be in a group, even though you can technically go here solo, but farming in a group just makes it so much better. Before I talk more about the farm, showing you the spec and the location and what we're farming for, I do want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's picked up my Dragonflight Gold Guide so far. Honestly, the support and feedback has been amazing on this one, and I can't thank you guys enough, but I'm hoping to be able to try. So to give something back, I'm uploading more and more early access and exclusive access videos to you guys as well, which you get access to after buying the guide by getting access to the exclusive Discord server. So you're getting not just a gold guide that is currently 170 pages long, you're also getting access to videos like early access and exclusive videos as well, just my way of giving something back. We're also talking about gold making in that Discord server 24/7, talking about new strategies and how to make gold in the expansion. So definitely, if you are interested in gold making in Dragonflight, do consider checking this one out. The link will be down below, and by using the discount code Solheim, you can get it for half price. That is my channel's name, Solheim, in the discount code field for half price when you purchase the guide. The link will be down below, and with that being said, let's talk about the gold farm, the location, what we're farming for, and everything. So you can see in the background right now the general style of gameplay, and you can see where the bears are spawning as well in the location, and we're trying to pull all of them towards roughly the middle, so we can pull them towards the statue, and then we kill them around the statue, and then we loot them and we skin them. When it comes to the actual strategy here, you can do two things. You can either kill for 2 minutes, then loot and skin together for half a minute, but sometimes if you're not streaming or if you're not all following one person, that can be a bit difficult to actually coordinate. So what we did right here, and what usually works best for me, is just to pull stuff and skin stuff when you want to, do it somewhat sporadically. One of the downsides about skinning gold farms is that some people just tend not to pull or do damage and just stand still and do skinning. So if you're one of those people, come on man, just deal damage, pull mobs, and skin whenever you have to. But I do notice a trend that for skinning based gold farms, people tend to get way more lazy way earlier than usual, because they just want to stand still in one place and just skin mobs for loot. That being said, the more you pull, the more you kill, the more damage you do, the more gold per hour everyone actually gets. So now that you've seen a little bit in the background about how the farm works, let's talk about the actual setup, how you can make as much gold per hour as possible from this location, and yeah, let's just have a chat. So first of all, let me show you the location of the farm. So here we go. So the location of the farm is going to be in the Asia span, obviously, and it's located right here, basically in the middle of the zone, right next to the rear called Frigid Pelt Den Mother. So right here where I'm currently standing, that is the location for the farm, and right here you have several bears that will keep force spawning. They don't technically have a hyper spawn mechanic, well they actually do, but they have like a force spawn, and there's 5 or 6 different bears. So you have this one right here, you have one that spawns right here, you have this one, he's currently up, and there's 3 more bears spawning here as well. And right next to this cub, there's going to be one more bear spawning. So basically you have these 3 bears right here, plus 4 bears over here. So 7 bears you can keep just force spawning 24/7. And there's always going to be one of those bears available. Now you also have some bears up here, but for some reason they don't have the same hyperspawn mechanic. So even though these are available, I usually just don't go here. You can send a warlock up here and then use like a teleport to get back down to pull these ones to the statue, but they don't force spawn. While the bears down here, they actually force spawn. So the second, for example, if I kill this bear right here and this bear right here right now, then a new bear will respawn right next to them, which is what makes this farm so great, because you can just stand in one location and keep spawning the bears. So what are you farming for? Well, obviously you have skinning, right? And these bears actually give you the dense hides. So this one right here, selling for 500 gold each, and you also get a tier 3, or basically the tier you get is based on how much skill you have, right? But you can get leather, and you also get dense hides, which is what people want, and you can also get something called a primal bear spine. This one currently sells for 140 gold, and this right here is the result of 1 hour of farming here in a pretty decent 2x4 farming group, so 89 of those. That is basically just around 12,000 gold in 1 hour, even without skinning. That is just like baseline 12,000 gold per hour from the primal bear spines. You also get, if you have enchanting, you get these mystic items from looting as well, so you get those, and you can also get some saturated bones, which is great for skilling up skinning and getting knowledge points in skinning. Now, one thing that I want to tell you guys that I did not mention in the previous video is that you want to have, and especially for this one, as much perception as possible. So for this one right here, you can see the dense hides are selling for 500 gold. So based on that, you obviously understand you want to get as much dense hides as possible when it comes to farming here. So first of all, get yourself rare tools. Get this one, rare quality, that gives you 6 skill and some deftness and perception. This one only gives finesse, but that's great as well, also plus 6 skinning skill. Now when you're crafting the skinning knife, get yourself the missive of perception. That will guarantee perception on the skinning knife when crafting, and also get the enchant for perception. So basically, once again get the missive for perception. Make sure you're crafting the skinning knife with perception, enchant it with perception, and there you go. Further as well, if to increase the gold per hour, you want to use dark moon fire water. This increases your deftness by 15%, which basically increases your skinning speed by 15%, and as you're skinning hundreds, even thousands of mobs per hour, that obviously makes up for quite a bit right there. So you're skinning them faster, which also means you can spend more time pulling mobs and also dealing damage. So dark moon fire water sells for 50 gold right now, 1000% worth buying. You also have a flask that a lot of people actually don't know about. Every time I skin, I'm almost the only person using these, and I don't know why. So crystalline phial of perception. This one at rank 3, which is super easy to craft by the way, gives you 50 perception. Even if you get it on tier 2, that is 40 perception for half an hour. Costs you basically nothing to craft. You have to use the crafting order system if you don't have alchemy yourself. Now going over to skinning, you can see if I go to leather skinning for example, perception 200 gives me 20%. So getting 40 perception right here gives me plus 4% perception, which is plus 4% chance to spot the rare reagents while gathering, which is the chance to get dense hides. You have plus 4% chance to get an item worth 500 gold. So definitely 1000% to get the crystalline phial of perception when doing this farm. So when it comes to the skinning setup though, if you wanted to make the most gold per hour from this farm, you have 2 options. Number 1, go for bait crafting. The reason for that is that when you get to 10 points here and 40 points here, you can now learn to infuse yourself with the Titan infusion, giving you rousing order whenever you spawn a elusive creature through the elusive creature bait, which you learn to craft by having this one. Now this one has a 12-hour cooldown, but the cooldown is reduced by 10 minutes every single time you skin literally anything. So if you skin, that's going to be 6 times 12, so 72 mobs. 72 mobs skinned equals cooldown is reduced, right? So every 72 mobs you can spawn one mob, giving you 7 rousing orders every single time, which is going to increase the gold per hour by quite a bit. That being said, if you want higher quality and more quantity of dense hides, go into tanning, then go into leather mastery, and go max both of these ones out. So tanning and leather mastery as well. So your options right here to get more guaranteed gold basically, especially from dense hides and from leather. Go tanning and max this one out, and then max this one out. But if you want to get more gold from rousing order and bait crafting, go for bait crafter. I love bait crafter, such a good way to make gold with skinning. So this one, and then you get this one all the way down to 40 as well. You have to have 50 points though to make this one worth it for you, because all of your gold will be coming from this one, infusing the bait with Titan infusion. Now, just to make sure this video is as complete as it can be, I also want to show you guys exactly how to get the rare quality tools. So right here, you can go to your crafting station in Valdrakken, located right here in the Artisans Market. Now click on this guy, go to professional equipment, then go down to skinning, just find skinning right here, and now get someone to craft these ones for you. Once again, when crafting the skinning knife, make sure to get the draconic missive of perception and get the quality 3 one, because that one will increase the difficulty by 15, and you can see the lower quality you have, the more it increases the difficulty, and a higher difficulty equals you're getting a lower quality item. Also, if you want to make sure you're getting the highest quality knife as possible, get tier 2 or tier 3 materials, because the higher tier materials you provide while crafting, the higher chance you have of getting a higher tier item that is being crafted, right? So if you want a tier 4, tier 5 knife or a material in general or crafted item, provide the best possible materials. Even though that will increase the gold you're spending, you're also getting so much back for it. It's definitely worth it. Now for the knife, for me, I just went with tier 2 for Casgorite because tier 3 is super expensive, but you can go for tier 3 Ceravite ores for example, and that will increase the chance of getting a good knife. Now for the Skinner's Cap, you can see right here, very cheap to craft for this one, and you also need a ton of metal. Now when it comes to the crystalline file, you just want to search that one up right here. So you have the crystalline file of perception. If I just put in perception right here, so perception, which I can't put in for whatever reason, so here we go, search perception. There we go, now we have the crystalline file of perception. So to get this one crafted for you, because it is a bound when picked up item, and if you don't have alchemy on your character, which you shouldn't really have on a skinning character anyway, then just get yourself 10 artisan's metal, 2 awakened frost, 10 draconic vials, and 10 bubble poppies, and you will now get 10 crystalline files back, and tier 1 will give you 30 perception, tier 2 will give you 40 perception, and tier 3 will give you 50 perception. Just post that as a public order unless you know someone with alchemy that can make it for you, and if you have a personal order, you can also set a minimum quality as well, but as a public order, you just have to take what you get. Either way, that is going to be a massive boost to your gold per hour whenever you're farming anything that has to do with leather, because once again, dense hides are selling for 500 gold each. So yeah, pretty long video, but hopefully that was a thorough explanation on what you want to do to min-max your gold per hour from this setup, and also just talking about skinning in general. I do want to have like a skinning gold making guide covering all of this in one specific video, but either way, if you want to go out and test the farm, well, here you go, now you know exactly what to do and how to get the most gold from your time. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more Dragonflight gold making content. We are pumping these ones out, and hopefully they help you make some gold in the expansion. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you again very soon.